Okay, so I'm about to launch this sucker, right? That's my setup. Probably better see it this way. So I'm launching within the house. I'm going to be shooting out that way towards Parent Street. Sorry, Ottawa Street. Got to go through this wall. These are outside walls. Then you got to go through that wall there. And then through the second floor. So we'll see how this turns out. So this thing has a setting where you could do wireless transfer, and it uses Wi-Fi and Bluetooth together. Look at the data transfer rates. I'm getting 23 megabytes a second. I'm downloading 7 gigabytes of footage, which is the 2 video clips and 1 picture that I just shot. That's pretty damn quick.
Been updated. Please check it on the map.
Okay, so here, when I was recording through the iPad, I did a screen recording, but I didn't realize that you have to actually activate the microphone. I've done it now, but it was too late because, anyway, no recording on here. I was sitting there talking the whole time while I was doing this flight, but anyway, just going through the setup here. I haven't used the iPad in a while, so here I'm trying to figure out how to get back to the screen. There, I finally got there. So this is outside on the front sidewalk, just right in front of my front steps. Here I'm just checking out the map, make sure it's rendered. Now, the function button with the iPad is different compared to having an Android device.
The home point has been updated. Please check it on the map.
Or do a 90-degree just like this that you see there with the camera. So with the iPad, I have one single click, it brings the camera down 90 degrees, and then I click it once again, brings it up. If I double click, I have it set so that it pulls up the map. So here, there you go. I'm 2 blocks in from Ottawa Street on Benjamin. There's the water tower. Just changing the settings, make it a little bit darker. It was a little bit overexposed. I usually shoot manual, but I figure I just use the exposure compensation. It's easier. Shooting in 4K, but what you're seeing here is it transmits 1080p from the controller to the screen. So look at the parameters. I'm 48 meters up, 3 meters from the house, and here I finally realized, oh, I should start recording 4K. Those are the Leonton lights. If you look at the signal strength, 100%. All kinds of satellites. That's the those lights were the old GM trim plant. That's Ottawa Street. All those lights. Rinsons in the back. So I have the setup on my antenna. It's the parabolic reflector and the Yagi Yuta, the 5.8 gigahertz. And I just have the transmission set to dual and auto, so it'll figure out which is the strongest signal and just swap to it. That's a down look of where I'm at. That street lamp's a pretty good indication. It's right in front of my house. So now I realize let's go for a flight. So it's like -7 outside and a little bit windy. For now, flying in normal mode. And here I go. Hitting the church on Benjamin and Ottawa Street right there below, bottom right. There's Lansbury Park right across the road. I was going to dip a little bit lower and fly through the towers, but I got scared. But the signal strength, you see it goes into the orange. But the transmission, the video transmission is still great. There's the gazebo, skating rink. There's Ottawa Street. So now I'm, what, 240 meters, 250, almost 250 meters out from the house. So there's your strong wind warning. Still in normal mode for flight. To the bottom left, that's the dental building. Gas station across the road. Keep on going. RC signal in the orange, but still at least half the strength. And all those lights right there is the 7-Eleven gas station. So that's basically Ottawa Street, and that's Perrin Ave for here. So 312 meters out. 2x zoom. And there I flipped the sport mode. Now there's that gimbal jerk, and apparently that's because of the angle of attack when you're in sport mode, and apparently the gimbal does that to compensate. But there's supposed to be a firmware update that just happened last week or a couple of days ago, and some people were saying that it addressed that issue. Some of the other issues were supposed to be a stronger or a better connection in urban areas. I've got full strength right there.
I remember feeling bad about the guy, but I also remember feeling that maybe Tootie was right. I knew Paulie didn't want anybody dying in the building. You're a real jerk. You wasted 8 fucking aprons on this.
So here I'm on the other side of Perrin Ave, and there's a elementary school coming up. A little bit of a gimbal jerk. Now apparently you don't get that, well, I don't see it when you're in normal mode or city mode, that jerk. Zooming into a friend's house right there. I've got almost full strength in the white. Now one thing I like about this, even if you lose your orientation by watching where you're flying on the screen, you can always pull up your map and just fly that way. That red, if you look at the bottom left, the red line is a direct beeline to your home where you initially took off. So here I'm going up, I think Ellesmere. There's Ottawa Street. I'm going up Ottawa Street. There's Parent right there, 7-Eleven bottom right, and I'm cooking along here, doing like 42 clicks. Strength 100%, and it's -7 outside. I think it was 6:30 a.m. It gets a little bit choppy here. It gets choppy a couple times, the signal, but never goes into a full disconnect for this whole flight. So that's Benjamin Road. That's my road. I'm two blocks up. That's what I'm showing there.
They called him Jimmy the Jet.
I think I'm going up. I think I noticed the signal was low, so I brought it up a little bit. Now, wherever the quad is at, I'm also turning myself because the Yagi antenna is more of a directional feed, so I'm trying to face where the quad is most of the time. I was seeing if that would help and maybe bring it up in elevation. So as here I see this car, I start following it, and I keep on going. Going up in elevation, getting closer to home. 100% signal. And see, it's weird because I'm close, but then it drops out like that real quick. But then once again, I'm fighting with all the Wi-Fi and TV signals and wherever. So here I'm trying to figure out, oh, where am I at? See how far I am. Willow, go over there. Go play with the ball. So here I just passed my house. If you see on the map, that blue dot, that's where the house is. And I go towards the water tower. So by now I've rotated 180 in my seating position so I can keep facing the quad. And I'm at almost full strength. Every once in a while I'm looking at that battery status. I'm like, I think it looks like it's at 50%. Here the video feed started getting a little sketchy on me. Signal strength is dropping. So I thought maybe bring it up a little bit. I wanted to do a 360 around that tower, but I didn't want to risk it. So now I'm bringing it up to see if I can get a better signal. So right now I'm just going through basically 2 floors. Those were the Leamington lights here. Now I'm facing this way. That's that'll be facing east. Signal strength is a little sketchy here. I'm at 334, 335 meters out. And here it starts getting real sketchy. Still have signal control though. Here I was trying to bring the gimbal down, but since I lost video feed and it froze, I figure let's start heading back a little bit. So then now I'm just using the map. And like I said, that red line helps a lot. Just basically follow that line and it brings you home. See? So by now, see, the signal strength still isn't that great. So I'm there. Okay, they're 100% signal again. I'm pretty close to home. I think I'll start wrapping it up here. I start looking for the house. I see on the map I'm really close. That's the street. That's my lamppost there. And I think I turned it straight down. I usually take off from the back, but I think now I'm going to keep taking off from the front. It's just easier to land. This is actually the first time I've landed or brought it down really close to the ground without being outside. So that X is exactly where it would land. I see the tree branches to the left there. Stay away from there. I'm trying to get in front, then I flip it back to normal mode. See those branches again? Get away from those. And at the lamppost there you can see the power line coming up right there. And there's my walkway. 3 meters, 2 meters. I think here I flip it up. Yep. That's the front door. Then I start walking to the front door and flip the light switch on, I believe. Porch light. Yep, there it is. So that was a pretty good flight. Signal went sketchy about 2-3 times, but never lost connection. And right now, I'm just standing right in front of the door. Now I'm stepping out. I was gonna hand land, but I'm like, ah, screw it. I'll just turn around and bring it down.
Landing.
And that's it. End of flight.